first sent me a pen. Taranis. I have already reviewed the Cigaris, one of their newer pens. This is the Taranis. I keep confusing the two. Comes with cartridge, cartridge, 2 cartridges, black and blue, and a converter. A little 3-year warranty guide. And then you have the actual pen. I look like I'm about to sneeze. Pardon me, I've got a bit of a cold. So, you got it? Taranis, interesting pen. It's got a couple of things going for it that I like, and it's got a couple of things going for it that I don't like. I'll cover the parts of the pen, tell what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and then I'll do a writing sample. Let's start at the very top of the pen. The one thing I like is that you have this interesting mix. That's a square, and then it goes up, and it becomes round. Same thing with the barrel. Square, and then it turns to something round. I like the overall shape of the pen, a bit of a cigar-shaped thing, if there are cigars with square ends. And the clip, you get the Sheaffer white dot iconic design, and then you have the actual clip. The clip is tight, but not so tight that it can't be used. You got a little center band, there's nothing on there. Then you open up the cap, you can post it if you want to. Unposted, it looks like this. Posted, it's that size, and it does add a bit to it, but it doesn't really get super top heavy, which I like. Then we have the section, very interesting. It has the word Sheaffer on there in huge letters, and then you have a sort of, I guess it's a semi-hooded nib or something. It's not fully hooded. They have the section, which is nice. It's not too smooth. I put in one of the cartridges because they came with a pen anyway. I thought might as well use them up. You got a black one and a blue one. This is the black one, but as I said, you can also just put a converter in there. Alright, so that's pretty much a rundown of the pen. I want to show you that nib section design again. See that, Sheaffer? Okay. What do I like about it? What do I not like about it? Well, I like the shape. I like the fact that you start out with some squarish stuff and it just goes into a circle. That's very Escher-like, which I enjoy. I like this finish, the sort of brushed, sort of anthracite. I believe I find it difficult to assess this metal, this material. I got the feeling it's not a metal. Is it lying on the metal? I'm sorry, I can't make it out. I enjoy the general shape of the pen, but there are definitely things I don't like about it. For me, I don't like the aesthetics of this section. It distracts me, especially because the word Sheaffer is on such huge letters. It is pleasant to hold. I got the feeling they wanted to go back to the old inlaid nibs. Well, I would say if you want to do that, do it. But this is a weird hybrid that I'm not too sure about. The semi-hooded nib is interesting. I found it dry. It really ran dry on me, and I was just not extremely impressed by that. You may be able to see that in the writing sample later. I like the overall size. I like the feel of the pen, but as I said, I got this from Sheaffer. Personally, for the price, I would not buy this. But that is, to be honest, mainly the aesthetics of this bit, and maybe a little bit of the writing performance. So, that's what I can tell you about this pen. I want to do some measurements. I weigh it. Comes in at about 40 grams. It's a heavy one. I got the feeling it's a metal body. And I would couldn't find my calipers. Size, uncapped, I got 140 millimeters. Uncapped, I have 121 millimeters. Section diameter where you actually hold it. Narrowest point about 8 millimeters. The widest point near the barrel, got about 11 millimeters. And that's all there's to it. I don't think there's much more to say about this pen apart from the fact that it looks interesting, but I don't think this design is for everyone. So I would very much like to see those old inlaid nibs. Please bring those back, Sheaffer. Please. That's all there's to it. Writing sample next. I hope this was useful, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Alright, the Sheaffer Taranis. The ink, Sheaffer Script Black, came in the cartridge that came with the pen. So I'm just going to write down Sheaffer Black. The nib, I would say, is fine. I'm going fairly fast there. Should probably slow down a bit. I'll do the fast writing sample right now. What you see is that there are some skips on the upstrokes. Overall, I find the pen not the wettest. It's not terrible, of course. That's also a property of the ink, not just of the nib. But I personally enjoy a bit more flow. I don't find this extremely wet. On the Rhodia paper, that's not the most absorbent paper in the world, so it seems a bit wetter. But if you use this on cheaper paper, then I found the nib to run quite dry. As to line variation, you can squeeze a little bit out, but it's really not pronounced. Reverse writing, you see again the nib is fairly dry. It doesn't really like to do that. It runs dry and it skips. So in all, it's a fascinating pen. I'm sure that some people will love this. It feels robust, but again, that section, I'm not too sure about that. And as the writing performance, at what you pay for this price, what you pay for this pen, to be honest, I'm not extremely impressed. I think this could have been, it's a very hard nib, it feels very hard, you feel no noticeable flex. And yes, with a steel nib here, I happen to have a Diplomat Traveler. This is a much cheaper pen. I think this is about, what is this, 140? And this is about 40 euros. You see that line variation? And that's just a simple steel cheap nib. So it's definitely possible to do something like that. So, nevertheless, I hope this was an interesting review. I hope that this has helped you get some more information on that pen. I'll see you later. Bye bye.